And on behalf of Dr. Stanley, Dr. Matson, Dr. Stanley and Dr. Matson, and indeed on behalf of all of us wearing foundation, with the foundation, welcome. Well, we're here. We're all here. I'm all here. And there, and back again. We're back again. We're all back again. And so welcome back again to all of you who are here before in a previous, and welcome to all of you who are not here. We're not here. Have not been. If this is the first. If you haven't, well, I think you know what I mean. I don't. I don't have any doubt that we'll have a great conference this time. Not that the last conference wasn't a good time. It was. So anyway. Welcome again to the 2013 C.S. Lewis Summer Nonsense Conference. Now I'm here to speak to you today on the subject of our theme for the conference. Our conference theme. Now our theme is. Our theme is the subject that I'll be speaking to you about today. So what? So what is our theme? Well, this weekend we're focusing on three things. What I like to call the three things: the vision, the voice, the vocation of C.S.I. Lewis. or as his close friends called him, Chuck. Now we all stand here today, in a sense. I stand here today with little sense. In a sense, we do all stand here today to celebrate the legs of C.S. Lewis. The legacy of C.S. Lewis. Not that his legs don't deserve celebrating too. I'm sure that they were fine, well-formed specimens, and in no way do I wish to imply that his legs were in any way inferior and not worth celebrating in their own right. But that's the subject of a different conference. A different conference than. That's the subject of a different conference. Now, in my role as the delusional regional director of communication strategies for the foundation, I've been the bonehead, blockhead, spearhead for the foundation's mission to advance the renewal of Christian thought. This is why Dr. Matson has asked me to speak to you all in briefs. In brief, and to exhort you all with my reflection. With my reflections on who C.S. Lewis is this afternoon. On who C.S. Lewis is. This afternoon, I'm here to give you as it were, a summary, and to tell you my sin, a synopsis of the legacy of C.S. Lewis. Now, when I think of the legacy of C.S. Lewis, one word that comes to mind. And I wish I could remember what that word is. But one word that I do remember is vision. My first point, the vision of C.S. Lewis. Now, I spoke once with Lewis's ornithologist, entomologist, ophthalmologist, and he told me that C.S. Lewis had pretty good vision. A little astigmatism, a slight myopia, but nothing that couldn't be helped by corrective lenses. And we rejoice in those corrective lenses, because it was those lenses that sharpened his focus and helped him see ahead clearly. And indeed, permit me now to move beyond the merely optical and into the meteorological, metaphorical. As well as having good vision, Lewis also had a vision that still guides us as we navigate the troubled waters of contemporary culture. Lewis has been like the captain of a ship, and Dr. Matson, wherever he is, Dr. Matson, being a sailor himself, is fully aware that the captain of a ship needs to know many things. He needs to know which is the pointy end. he needs to know how many knots he's doing and how on earth to untie them. And most important of all, the captain needs to know how to tread carefully on the poop deck. So I ask you today, is there a poop deck in your life? I know there is in mine. Well, back to Lewis's vision. Lewis had a vision. And I say, it's time to ask ourselves and others who are not ourselves, should we embrace Lewis's vision? Well, I'm here to say a resounding yes! And as I told Dr. Matson the other day on the poop deck of his own boat, I said, Dr. Matson, Dr. Matson, if you don't have a vision, there's no point in getting out of bed at the end of the day. Fourthly, I come to my second point. Voice. The voice of C.S. Lewis. And it is through his writings that we hear Lewis's unique voice. Lewis wrote so many wonderful books. I mean, who can forget his wonderful children's series? The Hernia Chronicles. Those griping children, gripping adventures with those sweet children and their friend Leo the lion. I love them all. The mortician's nephew, Prince Casper the friendly ghost, and of course the epic conclusion written during an ale shortage at the Eagle and Child pub, The Last Bottle. And I spent so many hours at the Eagle and Child Pub, drinking research, doing research. And from that research, I believe that Lewis would want to encourage us all to find a voice. A voice. Our voice, with which we can speak into our contemporary culture. And indeed, we have our work cut out for us. Because let's face it, we wake up every day. I wake up most days to an unsettled world, a mundus unsettless, as it were, which is Latin. But in these challenging days, Lewis would encourage us to lose our minds and find our voice. Loose our minds and find our voice. He would encourage us to free our imaginations and skip in the flowered fields of metaphor and analogy. With the antihistamine of faith enabling us to speak to a lost world. Which brings me finally to my penultimate point. Vocation. Well, to help explain vocation, I thought it would be helpful to split up the word into its 3 syllables. Vocation. I thought it would be helpful, but it's not. So let's move on. So I ask you today, what is your vocation paradigm? Do you have a vocation paradigm? It's 4:45 in the afternoon. Do you know where your vocation is? Or, in the words of John Milton, is your paradigm lost? So I ask you today, what have you been called to? What have you been called for? Do you know what your vocation is? Now regarding vocation, many people have said to me, Sir Arthur, your life is a travesty, a tapestry with all the different threads integrated into an amazing mass. And you know, each of our lives is like that. All woven, there are different, there are many, we have many, with each thread, all the threads, with many, and our vocation, like a golden thread, running throughout the, weaving through the entire, through every, with the threads, into a tapestry. Now, Lewis's tapestry was a shining example of authentically lived faith. He let his light shine. And indeed, I'm reminded that it is the good book that tells us we are a committee on a hill. A city on a hill. And we cannot hide our light under a bus. Well, I suppose you could. Maybe in the wheel arch.